About 15 years ago, a bunch of guys met playing World of Warcraft and continued to game together over the years. These men got married, had kids, but still managed to play games together. Today, they are still gamers, and they survive by squeezing in the little time they have when they can. A nostalgic shift to the past has brought forth a D&D campaign. If you're bored, and there's literally nothing else on, then maybe you can watch PEBCSAC.
Thank you for checking in with the, what is this, fourth episode of the PEBCSAC Crew.
Amazing.
The PEBCAT Crew. And this is our D&D channel called Problem Exists Between Character Sheet and Chair. Today that is more true since I am your DM, Sean, struggling with vertigo. And things wanting to come out of both ends of me.
Always good.
Overall
fun
shittiness.
Fantastic. And we're missing Bronny Darko, so wherever you are, Bronny, right now, we miss you.
So you guys are standing in the town of Astor, and a bunch of kids and a wife come out and just clobber Bronny and drag him off kicking and screaming towards the beach.
No!
Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of play acting and have you guys fill in for Bronny so that his character doesn't miss anything. Even though
that's so nice.
Terrible. All right. So you guys were in the town of Astor. The region around was starting to get a little weird after the bell had stopped ringing.
The reach around was getting weird?
The reach around was getting weird. So just a little reminder, things are more kind of reflective, like little bits of ice or crystal in the forest, just little shiny things, whatever. Leaves hanging a little bit heavier than they should, not really moving in the wind like you would imagine. Colors a little more muted. So you guys met as a town in the town of Astor. You met with all the townspeople and Mayor Crenshaw to figure out what was going on. They determined to send you guys off to Skepis to try to see if you could talk to the high priest there and see what's going, what happened to the bell. But the road to Skepis is a little difficult because this is a really backwoods town. And so there's not a lot of travel on that road, so worried about that going well. Yep, exactly. Look out for your cornhole. So you guys did some looking around for some loot that's going to help, especially with the healing stuff. Went to Miller's Mine, killed a bunch of shit. When you're coming out, there was a body that had been caught in a big spider web, had scratched the word help on the floor with its toe. You guys go back out, go back into the town of Astor, and everyone's gone. Just completely, has completely vanished. It looks kind of like in midlife, like there are plates full of food and tankers full of ale and stuff. You look around, can't find anything that's going to give you any sort of clues as to what's going on, except for the fact that you find on the side of the wall of the Pissing the Night Away Tavern the word Totenreich.
Is everything still crystally icy muted?
Yeah. So as you look around, it's not like you can see the crystals, but there's just like little reflections of the light catching things. And it's now happening not just like on the trees and in the grass and stuff, but also little bits and pieces on the town. Like it looks like dewdrops, but it's starting to get a little bit later in the day. For that, it's you guys had woken up and looked around again. Now it's about 11, and it just seems like the buildings themselves are starting to look a little bit that way.
It's like lightly tripping.
Lightly tripping, exactly.
Okay.
All
So
right.
I would like to cast Detect Magic from my tome.
Okay.
So
How convenient that he has a tome
detect-
now.
Detect Presence of Magic. Use action to see auras in School of Magic.
Okay. You detect. You cast Detect Magic, and nothing really shows up.
Submit. Well,
Should have gotten a better
So,
tome.
Explain to me Detect Magic again. Can you read it for me?
Detect Presence of Magic.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Use
Yeah.
action to see. Okay.
Yeah. So if there was magic, it's no longer there.
Okay.
You broke the magic.
So in our scenario, Bronny is not with us, or he is with us.
Bronny is with you guys.
In
Yeah.
spirit.
So I remember before we signed off the last time, he did a scan for 6 miles or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I thought he didn't find anything.
He didn't find anything. That
Does
was
that include-
last night.
Does
Nothing.
that include footsteps?
I thought it just detected life forms.
It just tells you if there is a life form.
Got it. So can he track footsteps?
Can he track? Do we have his character sheet? Someone can.
I don't know. But you know what? What would that be? Nature or survival?
Yeah. No, this would probably be more of a perception check
Perception check?
to see footprints and stuff.
All right then. Well, any one of those.
I have 3 plus 3 perception. I'm just trying to figure out what direction we're supposed to go in, or if we're supposed to keep investigating, because the word Totenreich by itself.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was no magic emanating from the Totenreich.
No.
I mean, we could always just go to Skepus.
Yeah.
There's a path that's going out of town, like kind of a main road. It's, dirt covered. It's not like, a cobbled street or anything like that. It's
Here's
pretty
what I would like
small.
to do.
so-
The town is empty. There's a couple houses and a tavern. I'd like to break into a house and steal some money.
Of course you would.
Okay. All right.
You want to break
so
some
we'll-
pots for rupees while you're at it? You son of a bitch.
All right. Why don't I get a?
And I have
Pots.
lock picking and all that schnaz.
Yeah, nothing's locked or anything. Let's just speed this up, and I'll say that you guys check those houses nearby.
Oh, the houses.
Hold on.
Hold on. All right, 2 of you are dead. Hold on, 1 second.
Yeah, they left the tripwire on the way out.
Yeah.
That's right.
So there's this thing called a claymore mine that Totenreich uses.
Oh, shit.
All right. So you guys find 148 gold pieces. It's not a very wealthy
Yeah.
town. 148 gold pieces, though.
Woo! Well, now they're a
Take it.
poor fucking town. Yeah.
All right. And inside of the house near Pissing the Night Away that says Crenshaw on the outside, you actually find a little chest that is locked.
I want to definitely hit that up.
Sounds like a job for a turtle.
Hopi. So I have been doing some studying in these here books, and I just want you to know that I've been around a lock or two, and I'd like to give you some guidance. So I reach out and I put my hand on Hopi's shoulder and I say, "My friend, this is how you do it." And so you can add 1d4 to one ability check.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Very nice. Very nice.
So do I need to roll on this?
Yeah, you got to roll on
All
this.
right.
Sleight of hand? Sleight of hand or stealth?
Sleight of hand, though.
You have thieves tools as well, Ryan?
He's got
Yeah.
double proficiency in thieves
Double
tools.
proficiency on
All
these
right.
tools.
What's that? This is just, I know it helps, but like by mechanically by how much?
Yeah, I tried to look up what double proficiency meant, and I don't. know what
It
that
means you roll advantage, so you roll twice and take the higher of the two
Got it.
rolls.
Thank God. Well, I rolled a 2 and now I just rolled a 1.
What?
That's the worst fucking click I've ever clicked.
All right,
ever.
well, roll a d4.
Hey,
All right.
good job educating him there. You made him dumber.
Alright. My D4 is a 2, but I do have sleight of hand plus 6. Does that not get added, or dexterity plus 4?
That's you're dicking around in there, and it's not happening.
Fuck, man. Turtle power. Fuck.
Amazing. So good.
1 and a 2's
So-
advantage.
So here's what happened is everyone went to bed. I hope Elope was like, all right, night, guys. And then when you guys fell asleep, like, kind of snuck out, slinked over back to the tavern, and just got hammered.
Yeah.
So now he's, like, hungover, like, it's...
Clink, clink, clinking it. Bing!
Yeah, right. So you are staring at a locked chest.
I think with percussion maintenance time,
Percussion.
it's hit lock, hit Dogger axe to lock.
Well, can't he just try again? I mean, it's not like we're under fire
yeah.
here.
Yeah, you can try again.
All right, let's
Try
do
again.
this. Hey, an 18. Hey.
All right.
Plus
okay.
4. Or plus
So,
1d4.
Here's what I will allow. You can try again, but you're still in your hungover state.
Okay.
So you walk over to Dogger, who's a big ass motherfucker, and you say, like, "Listen, I'm gonna need you to hit me in the face. All right, just slap me in the face and
Wake
wake
me
me
up.
up. All right."
I want you to
Alright.
hit me as hard as you can.
So
I'm gonna roll for that.
okay.
Oh, I rolled a 2.
Yes.
2's a bound.
On your D20, you rolled a 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want
Alright,
to add strength
so-
to that.
He just kind of, just. All right, and you're like, no, that's not good enough.
Not gonna do it.
Let's try that again.
All right,
Ain't
here we
going
go.
up.
7.
Okay, plus your strength modifier.
Let's make a 9.
Okay, that'll do it. All right, so he does 2 points of damage to you.
Okay.
Okay,
But now you
But-
woke the fuck up.
you woke up and you're like, I got to make some changes in my life, and you successfully pop open that small chest.
Hey.
All right.
And in that chest, you find a potion.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and it is half full. And as you sit there and watch it, it's slowly, like, the amount slowly is increasing, very, 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 very slowly.
Fuck yes.
So you want to do some sort of Arcana check?
Yeah, magic detect that shit.
Yeah.
It's not an identify. I mean,
I can do an Arcana check as long as my rolls
yeah,
don't suck.
your guys' intelligence is better, I think. Wait,
I know.
Doga, I've been around the block too on checking out potions.
Oh,
I'd like to
don't
give you
trust
some
him.
guidance on how this works.
Trust him. Do not.
Great.
That's a 1d4 on ability check.
All right. Let me roll.
I've been down that road.
Okay. So with the 1d4, 8.
God.
Thanks for making us all dumber.
Yeah, God.
All right, yeah. Boy, that did not go well. All right, so yeah, you're not real sure what it is.
Maybe we should find the nearest
That
maid
up.
shop.
So you can just take it for now. You can take a little sip and see if it kills you.
I'll drink it. I'm minus 2 hit points. I'll take a shot in the mouth.
Let's put it up on a barrel about 20 feet away and shoot the WMD wand at it and just figure out what they both do in the same.
All right,
The world's just destroyed. Game over.
Ball jam.
all right, Hopi, you're gonna take a little sip.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a little sip.
Okay, so Hopi takes a sip, and you don't feel you don't feel like your wounds have recovered or anything like that. But Bronny and Hassenpfeffer and Doger notice that there looks to be something kind of emanates out of your skin, and it puts some sort of barrier around you that makes it like a little bit difficult to see completely clearly through. And you feel as if you have a +5 bonus to AC.
That's a very specific feeling.
Because you took a small sip, you have like just a little bonus.
That's better than anything we got in the mine.
Guys, I'm not sure how I feel, but I kind of feel like I'm wearing 2.5 shields. Just like kind of.
So you feel kind of harder and thicker and
whoa,
more erect. And the sip that you drank very, very slowly starts to kind of refill.
Nice.
So good.
Yes.
Imagine if you drank the whole thing at once. 1,000 AC.
Okay. So you found that in Mayor Crenshaw's house.
Sean, quick question. Do we have to worry about rations and eating and things like that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
That seems...
do we have time to take like a long rest in this inn here?
I think we did that last night.
You do. You just took a long rest last night.
Yeah,
So
we
the only
broke
thing,
that.
that should be down is Trig's down 2 hit points.
Yeah.
And then Bronny cast his spell. Are there people around? And then you cast your detect magic.
So what I'm going at is I'd like to get my familiar out and also take a short rest to regain my 1 and 2 only spell slots.
Okay.
Oh, now you've
It's
got
11
a
a.m. If you want to do this at 11 a.m. Short.
A short rest is considered like an hour.
Short rest, because is an hour. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So I pull out my familiar, which in this case is an owl, and the owl will be known as Hoot.
What a hoot!
In honor of the rogue.
Yeah. Now you're
and so
surrender.
and so now
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
and so in an hour I'll have regained both spell slots.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you're in. You just took a little cat nap in Mayor Crenshaw's bed.
Yeah. Well, now you got bed
All right.
bugs, so trade
Yeah.
off.
And
I mean,
like a passive. I don't know if this is even a thing, but like a passive intelligence type of check is making you wonder, like, what the fuck? Why didn't he give us this when he sent us out to the mine? Like, we don't have anything to help you.
That son of a bitch. Holding out on us.
Yeah.
so why do we care?
I'll
about
remember that.
it?
Yeah. I'll remember that.
All right.
It's hard to
So-
honestly, guys. It's hard to know what to do next. I thought maybe Dan's spell would give us some
Yeah,
indication. I thought
nothing.
detect magic might get us pointed in the right direction.
I mean, we can take a look. We didn't actually look for footprints yet. I mean, we can take a look for footprints.
Okay.
Um,
give me a look.
Just to
All
get a direction.
Let me take a look at you. All right, so that's perception, you said?
Yep.
All right, 16.
Dogie, I know a little something about looking for footprints.
No!
I'd like to give you some guidance.
Can you
on
inspire every time?
It's a fucking cantrip. It's 1d4
Oh
every
my
fucking time.
God, that's ridiculous.
All right, I feel inspired, and that 16 has now become a 17.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
So you guys do some looking around, and you actually you don't see a lot of footprints. You kind of circle out around the town, and the wider out you go, you still don't find anything until you get to kind of the right along the outskirts of the town. There's that path that goes out that that you know is kind of the direction that Crenshaw pointed to when he said Skepis. And there are some footprints that seem to walk up to the edge of the town and then stop and turn around and start walking back into the woods.
Oh, good.
To the woods.
To the woods.
Well, on the path that goes into the woods.
To the woods and the path in the woods.
Were there no animals or anything in town either?
No, nothing. Not a thing. Not a cat. Not a sheep for Dan to fuck. Nothing.
That's why he left.
I think we venture into the woods then, fellas.
On the path.
Let's do it.
On the path.
On the path.
On the path.
So since he took his short nap, am I still feeling this +5 effect?
No. That's gone.
Fucking
Okay,
wrecked.
so it's at least probably less than an hour.
Mhm.
Okay, got it. All right,
Good question.
Okay.
let's move it.
All right. So you're walking on the path into the woods. Let me get my notes out here.
We're moving right along. And we're fancy free.
Okay. So as you walk, you don't see a whole lot. You're starting to see a little bit of wildlife again. You're seeing squirrels and deer.
We must be 6
rustling
miles
kind
up
of
the
thing,
road already.
right? No, that was for it's 6 miles if it is good terrain.
Oh, those bad
Right.
terrain.
So you're in the middle of town. You've got like some, a decent little bit of terrain there. There was nothing, and then when you first got into the woods, you didn't see a whole lot. Now you're starting to see a little more.
Okay.
So, all right. So
So I would like to send Hoot out in front about 50 feet.
Okay.
And this little hootie hoo has advantage on wisdom checks that rely on hearing or sight.
Okay. All right.
Perception +3.
So Hoot goes out, flapping his little wings, and kind of circles around a little bit, then comes back and says, "Hoot, Hoot, Hoot. There seems to be. Can he talk to you?
I understand him.
You understand?
He
him.
can
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
DM already tipped his hand.
There's a person sitting on a rock around the corner. All right, so the path goes down and starts to kind of bend a little bit in the trees, and apparently there is someone down there.
Okay.
Your hoot sounds a lot like Derek.
He
I was
bound
gonna
his
come up with
spirit to
some
the
different
owl.
voices, but I don't have the energy today.
All right.
So should we tread lightly to him? Should I stealth up to him?
I got
I mean,
this.
Hoot said it's only one guy, unless
Yeah,
they're
so-
like invisible or something. I think we just walk up together.
Doger sounds out familiar too. And I throw my book just at the guy. And it kind of clocks him.
So you come around the corner, and
Read a book.
Dogger
There's a half-orc walking up to a guy.
He threw a fucking
Dogger
What a
tosses,
googly-eyed
Britannica at his ass.
and it kind of just barely like.
Now let me give you some guidance on how to throw a googly-eyed book at somebody.
Yes.
I know a thing or two about hitting somebody in the face with a book. Sorry.
So you come around the corner. There's this looks to be like a dwarf who's kind of older,
Ooh, okay.
sitting on a little like kind of boulder just off to the side of the path, smoking a pipe. Right?
Okay.
And kind of looks up at you guys and says, "Well."
Mm.
I have a feeling
What
Hopi's
brings-
going to be smoking that pipe at the end of this encounter.
What brings you guys into the forest today?
I cast prestidigitation to match his pipe, and I smoke along with him.
Okay,
Yes.
Prestidigitation?
Yeah,
that's
I saw that one.
a pretty trick.
That's a pretty trick.
And what are you smoking there, my friend?
That herb.
I'm smoking peace.
and harmony. Shit. I think we just ask him. Oh no, I think we tell the truth here, right? We're coming from Aster. Town's deserted. Do you know anything? Have you seen anything?
I saw.
You tell. What did you see, sir?
Yes.
I saw that the town was deserted, and I saw that you found it.
So you have no understanding of how it got that way.
Oof. Wouldn't say that.
All right, fucking dwarf.
Hey, GQ, can you teach this dwarf to be a little more chatty?
I slowly pet who is now sitting on my shoulder and saying, "I'm sorry, sir. I do believe I had missed your name. What's your name, sir?"
Oldman. My name is Oldman Bornmine.
Oldman Bormine. Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir. I am Gaylord Quinfinius Hassenpfeffer. You can call
I
me
know
GQ.
who you are, Hassenpfeffer.
You know.
You see my
My
work?
reputation precedes me. I do not believe I have played at a tavern near this place before. I do not know how you know me. I'm a little off put by that. Please, Mr. Ullman, do tell us what seemed to have happened to this place. Why is it empty?
Well, I think that's the point. You have to figure that out. Figuring that out will take you far in your journey.
All right, that's it. So Doger just grabs the guy by the throat. I'm gonna go intimidation check on this. Let's see. All right, 17.
Now I know a little something about intimidation. Be sure you roll that D4 to help you out there. So.
Oh yeah. All right, 18.
Okay,
I lift him up. He's dangling his legs in the air. I'm like,
you reach out your arm, and all of a sudden your arm atrophies just like this, and I can't quite get to him.
oh no.
And he says, I don't think I would try that again.
Oh, this dude's level fucking 50. All
Mm.
right.
Mm.
Oh. Well, can you please point us in the right direction so we can save this town?
Hopi, since you asked me so kindly, I'll give you a little bit of an insight as to what this looks like. There is more to this world than you have been led to believe. There is more to its creation than you've been led to believe. And there are powers of darkness that you do not understand. You need to travel to find the bell. You need to prepare yourself for what is to come. I have been familiar with a woman in the town of Skepis who works as a priest. Her name is Melania. Get me out of this hellhole. Melania is aware of what is plaguing this world, and she can send you to its source.
Okay.
But you will have to prove your worth to her and to me. Now, I noticed what you did in the mine, and that was interesting. That was compelling. You are not completely useless.
Ooh.
That's right. That's right.
But what faces you is more than simple creatures with simple toys. And you must ready yourself, and we will meet again. And he vanishes.
Oh shit. Well, at least we're
Damn.
1d4 plus useless, so a little bit above.
That was awesome.
That's great.
Now I wonder if he meant like the hellholes of Skepis that I'm familiar with back when I was going to my training in singing and dance and whatnot. They might be old friends. We might be able to learn more about this Melania if we venture there.
I'm down.
All right, so you're going to continue on the path.
Let's go to Skepis.
All right, so you're continuing on the path, and not a whole lot takes place. It winds back and through the woods. The path begins to become a little wider, and you start seeing little branches of a path that go off, little just very narrow paths, as you continue on, you start seeing that there are little like houses in the woods, little cabins in the woods, kind of along these paths or whatever. You pass one that's particularly close, and there's a guy who he looks to be kind of a half elf variety, and he is like tending a garden in the front. All right, and you can pass him by, or you can try to talk to him.
Well, I would love to talk to him. So I approach this gentleman working in his garden, and so I say, this is with Hoot on my shoulder still. Good day, sir. Good day. How does your garden grow?
It seems to be growing well.
Quite contrary.
Yeah. Yes, and what is coming in good this season?
The carrots here seem to have been particularly good last season, so I'm preparing the ground for them again. And I'm just finishing up with corn before the winter comes.
Oh, my mother sure did love a good fresh carrot and cone in her Hassenpfeffer. That's sour rabbit stew. Have you had it? In fact, it's my namesake. I am Gaylord Quinfinius Hassenpfeffer. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I've never had Hassenpfeffer stew.
You may call me GQ.
It is very nice to meet you. My name is Palvin Stiffwood.
Mr. Stiffwood.
Was that Stiffwit or Stiffwood?
Stiffwood.
Stiffwood.
Stiffwood, of course.
Mr. Stiffwood, we are venturing towards sepsis.
Skepis.
Skepis?
Skepis.
Okay.
Though he may be getting sepsis along the way.
We are traveling towards Skepis. Is this road a safe road between here and Skepis?
I don't do a lot of traveling, but I think it's more dangerous than it was. Things have gotten very odd in this area. I traveled to the town of Alme, which is about halfway between here and Skepis, and along the way I began to see very strange things. Where there once were squirrels, there were little shadows. I noticed that the trees began to look much more like rock than like living wood. I walked into the forest at one point, and I saw in what would have been in any other place a tiny rabbit's den. I looked in to perhaps try your Hassenpfeffer soup to make some rabbit stew. I looked in to see if it had been used, and I saw eyes of intelligence staring at me. I saw a family of ghosts or wraiths or something walking like you would expect a deer with its fawns. Walking, looking up, looking around, smelling, and eating the grass before going off. One scampered right up to me and nuzzled against my leg. It felt cold and stiff and dark before scampering away. I don't know about you, but I will stick near my farm, or stick near my cabin, thank you, and stick to my corn and my crops.
While he's talking, I point at Hopi,
Yeah.
and I cast the message, and I tell him, "Do you want to check out this dude's house while I'm talking to him?"
Absolutely.
Okay.
Amazing.
And he can't hear that. But now you can point at me and respond to me, and only I can hear you.
That's not good.
So, okay, I got a wink. Okay,
Only if you guys are pointing, but with finger guns. Like,
all right. So maybe kick that off, and I'll continue talking here.
Yes.
I don't know if you want to stealth up or something, and you may
Yeah.
need to walk back towards the road, stealth up, and then
Yes.
go
that's what
back
I'll do.
around.
Kind of
Okay.
fade behind a tree, stealth, and then head towards his home.
Okay.
My roll is an 18, just in case.
I know a
All
little
right.
something about. Just add a D4. I'll stop the shtick if you guys just
Okay.
say.
Stop the shtick.
I cast
21.
guidance. When I say I cast guidance, that means
You're sitting there talking to the no. So hold on. You're sitting there talking to the contractor. You're like, I know something about stealthing.
I know something about robbing hapless farmers.
Don't you have to touch the person?
no. You're right. I do have to touch him.
Okay. All right. So you've got an 18. All right. All right.
I would like to.
This is like
approach
Reek
the
all
house.
over again.
I'm assuming he left his door unlocked because he wouldn't lock it to go tend to his farm.
Yeah. Sure.
No, this is bad neighborhood. He locks that.
I mean, he
shit
might have
up.
a wife inside, so
Yeah, can I stealth in and just kind of listen? Can I do a listen
Okay.
check?
Listen,
Sure.
check.
Give me a listen check, which is
Perception.
perception. Yeah.
So I rolled a 13 plus 3, 16.
Okay. You don't hear a whole lot going on. You just hear him talking. You don't hear any kind of movement inside the small cabin or anything like that.
Small cabin. How many rooms am I seeing?
You're seeing one larger room.
Excellent. Any drawers? Any chests? Anything I can open?
Yeah, there's a bed that does look like it's big enough for two people. There is a chest in front of it that is not. There's no lock on it or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
There is a table, some chairs, and a little kitchen type area that seems to have a drawer or two.
I'd like to check those drawers out.
Okay, you check the drawers out, and you've got eating utensils.
Okay.
Small
Ooh.
knives, forks, spoons.
Can I check out that chest in front of the bed?
All right, so you open that up. You find 18 gold in a little pouch on it, and you see some jewelry that's pretty crude. There is a necklace that has kind of the etching of a woman on it.
We'll
So
leave
it
that
does not. I mean, as you touch it, as you touch the jewelry, it almost kind of flakes off stuff. It looks like it's kind of gilded over some sort of crass metal. You would
I'll leave
imagine it's
that.
not very valuable.
Yeah, no reason to take that.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else I want to take. I was thinking about taking his bed sheet if they have bed sheets.
Okay, you want to kind of check the bed?
Yeah, I do kind of lift under the mattress type thing if they have
Okay.
mattresses or if it's just hay.
All right, as you bend down, you you don't see exactly like a bed sheet. It's just kind of like a layer of cloth that's like you would just like a quilt on top of a quilt. But under the bed, you do notice that there is a bow.
Yeah.
There's what seems to be like a bigger bow, a long bow.
Ooh, a
under the bed.
longbow.
Can I take the longbow but leave my short bow?
Yeah.
I would like to.
Yeah.
do that.
little upgrades.
Little
Upgrade thief.
upgrade. This is funny. Upgrade.
All right.
Just imagine Hopi
All right,
slinking
so
back up
let's-
behind us while we're having a conversation. He's got a longbow on him, a bunch of bed sheets, silverware, and everything. He's like, "What's up, guys? You want to hit the road?"
All right, so let's pause. Let's pause there, and I wanted to. You got to continue that conversation because if you're just all of a sudden,
Yeah, no, right.
Pfeffer's just like,
Yeah.
we got to have an issue.
Okay. So I point over to his house and I say, how long has that structure been standing? And then I whisper back the message, dude, we gotta get going here. We gotta get going. And how long has that house been in there? Was that descended through generations, or did you build it with your own two hands? Are you a stonemason or a carpenter by trade, perhaps? Did your father teach you?
I built it with my own two hands. We've been here about 30 years now.
Is there good wood in the area?
And we're back.
A little mini crash there.
All right.
shitballs.
So that was good. That was very good. Okay. So where do we leave off?
I believe I just rolled my 19. You did not see me. We had just asked what direction the demonic rabbits were, or the ghostly rabbits, and you said they were in between, and then we're making the decision where to go now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Mr. Stiffwood, I do believe at this time we will depart, but I do hope you have a good crop this year, and I highly recommend that you try some house and pepper.
And also the stew.
And on our way out, I said I flip him a gold coin and I say, make sure to get some good herbs and spices for it.
Wait,
The
you don't have
blessings
any
of
gold. You don't have any gold coins. I'm carrying all the gold.
No, I mean I have some. I have 10
So,
from my start.
I never handed you my gold.
holding out.
I have 9 now. I'm
I
keeping
was a
track
gold
of
mule.
He says, the blessings of Aquinas go with you.
Aquinas.
Aquinas.
Good.
And say, and also with you.
And also,
It would be, and with your spirit.
Oh,
whoa.
And with your spirit. Okay, so we're now
All right.
back on the road.
So you're back on the road. You're heading west. You get about another 4 miles down the road, and a arrow comes shooting out of the forest to your right, and just goes sailing away. Just it sails into the wood across the other side.
I think Bronny should do his detection check to see what we're dealing with here.
It does not tell
It just,
how many.
yeah,
It
it just
Got it.
says
Got
there's
it.
something around.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I can drop into my shell, but I don't think we're being ambushed yet. Who went? Yeah, I think we roll for initiative.
Okay. Yeah. Are you going to run, or are you going to stop and figure out what's going on?
Can GQ? Can't you send your owl into the forest and see what the hell's happening?
I could. He does have 1 hit point.
Oh.
Can you just make another one out of magic?
If I use one of my 2 very valuable spell slots, yes.
Another arrow comes in, misses.
Okay. I search for cover. I try to find the
Okay.
nearest
All
cover.
right.
Yeah.
So let's roll for initiative.
All right.
19. Oh wait, what do we add to initiative?
21.
There's an initiative modifier on your character sheet.
21 for me.
If you're using the Google sheet, it's row 12 on
There it is.
the front
4.
page.
Okay.
I rolled a 3, and the owl rolls.
The owl has its own initiative. I love it.
Yeah, the owl rolls a 12.
Okay. And what about Ronnie?
Rolls a 19, probably plus 2. So
Okay.
oh, he has -1. It's actually an 18. Right.
Oh, really? Okay. All right.
On his decks, isn't he always like, it's -1?
Okay.
I'd like to also go ahead and climb a tree. It looks like I can do that without using a movement.
It's a bonus action.
Bonus action? Okay. So you're going to have to move off the path to do that.
And you'd be making an athletics check if you fuck
yeah,
it up
make
and
an
break an
athletics check.
ankle or something.
But we'll have to wait until your turn. So, okay. Let me get this going. Okay. All right. So,
do we see what we're dealing with, or is it all
see what you're
shielded?
dealing
Okay.
with yet. You do not see what you're dealing with yet. Cover's pretty thick. You've got like kind of tall, thin, maybe like elm type trees or whatever. But there's a lot of brush along the ground, like maybe 4 or 5 feet high. It's pretty thick in there, and yeah, so you're not seeing a whole lot. Doger.
All right. All right. I am.
So we don't even have
I'm
valid
gonna-
targets yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw. I'm gonna throw my book familiar in the direction of where the last arrow was fired, and I yell, "Book, look in bushes."
Okay.
Doger's trying to get
Alright.
a Russian accent, I think. I hear a
Hold
little bit
on.
of Russian in there.
It's for my time in the circus.
It's like heavy. It's like a heavy from GF2.
In Soviet Russia, book look for you. We've had 2 book throws this morning.
All right.
I love it.
So you throw the book in, and not a whole lot happens.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You hear kind of a sound that seems to come from the book.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Look.
The book's
Alright.
complaining.
All right, it's Hopi's turn.
I would like to run in the direction the arrow was facing in an effort to climb a tree.
You want to run in the direction that it came from?
So I came from, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you're going to cross the path, climb a tree. All
And
right.
so here's the way I want to be in this tree. If I just ran towards the tree in this direction, I now want to be facing, so my shell is on the side of the arrows that are coming in.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. Okay.
So
All right.
basically,
I got you.
that's scary.
So go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Where's my athletics at? Only +1, son of a bitch. 10.
Okay. All right. So you kind of run over to the tree and start to try to slowly like turtle your way up, and you just keep kind of slipping and stuff. So you are sitting on the bottom or you're sitting around the trunk, kind of trying to get your way up, and it's not going well.
So so how do I engage my 3rd level? I climb faster than normal people, and I can get to the 2nd story like in a second.
I mean,
Ability.
with the actual climbing, like once you have a successful check, then you can do that.
Got it. Makes sense. Son of a bitch.
All right. It is Bronny's turn. What's Bronny gonna do?
Shoot into the bushes?
Yeah, why not shoot an arrow into the bush? Yeah. Fuck
Okay.
it.
All right. So someone's gonna play that for me.
Oh, we
Mikey
don't know
got
his
the roll.
stats though.
I know his dex is up there, so he's probably got like a.
No, his dex is minus
Dex
1.
Sucks. Dex
He's like
sucks.
the worst ranger in the world. He's got negative dexterity. All right, I rolled a 15, so knowing Bronny's stats, that'd be a 14.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
But you're shooting blindly into the woods, so it's gonna be disadvantage. Go ahead and give me another roll.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a 9, so an 8.
Okay. Yeah. So he just launches an arrow into the woods. Nothing really happens. All right. Okay. So an arrow shoots out of the forest, kind of near near Hopi. So Hopi, the tree that you're at, right, is kind of almost directly in front of where the rest of you guys are standing on the path. So it's just across the way, right? Another like 15 feet and to the right a little bit is where that seems to have come from, right? It's what is your? I need an AC for you.
For me?
Yep.
It is 17.
Okay. All right. So as you reach your little paw hand, what is that? The turtle's
Is it
head?
a
It's
claw?
a claw.
Claw,
It's
a little
it's
claw.
Yeah.
You get hit by an arrow
Correct.
in the hand, and you take 6 points of damage.
Okay. It puts me down.
That was your good hand.
Uh
I
huh.
know.
All right. A figure, almost like maybe 3 feet in front of where Hopi is, and 10 feet to the left, rises up out of the brush. There, it is human and runs at Doger, right, with a sword drawn.
Okay.
And he comes charging in, this and slashes with his sword, and he's just an idiot, and it's not real good. This is like his first day out of like
It
ambushing.
was my first day.
Right? He actually like overdoes the cut a good 6 feet before he's to you, and trips, rolls, and falls on his face. So he is actually on the ground in front of Doger, about
Amazing.
2 feet in front of you.
Amazing.
All right.
He's prone.
So he's
He's
prone.
prone.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Another arrow goes whistling out of the forest, kind of near where that first arrow was. Another arrow comes launching out and nails GQ right in the shoulder. All right. And you take 6 points of damage, GQ.
I have 13 AC.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't fucking matter.
All right. It is Hoot's turn.
Okay, and then I'm next, right?
No, there's
Okay.
one more.
So, I command my familiar to give me the help action.
Okay, what does that do?
You lend aid to another creature in completion of your task. Gain advantage on your next check.
Essentially, the owl goes down on him.
Okay, all right. So he does that.
Mhm.
And another figure rises up out of the woods. So Hoot kind of I guess sitting on your shoulder or whatever, and like kind of rubs his head against you like lovingly or whatever. And a little bit of like owl magical dandruff like comes down and rests.
That's
on
pretty good, Mike.
Another figure.
That's
That
a
dog.
Dog-like.
That's so good.
Yeah. Another figure rises up out of the forest and is almost directly in front of you guys, just kind of past the tree and to the left. He's a little more imposing. It looks like he's been kind of at this for quite some time. He runs at Brawny and attacks. All right, hits Brawny. So he has a scimitar in one hand and a dagger in the other, he tosses his dagger at Brawny. It barely misses the side of his head. He reaches down, pulls out another one, tosses it at Brawny. It hits Brawny right in the arm, his right arm, kind of upper arm. This deals 4 points of damage to Brawny, so we need someone to keep track of Brawny's hit points for me.
Yeah, I
Minus
got it.
4 of whatever he had.
Yeah,
TKP.
I think he had like 23.
Okay. All
And
right,
just
we're
keep a track of how much he's
really,
lost in the
we're
game.
really fudging it here. And then with the last dagger gone, he rears back with his scimitar and slashes at Brawny, hitting him.
So this guy got
for
a
3 damage.
This guy got a throw, and then a swipe.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
All right, so for a total of 7 damage. Okay.
Got it.
Got
It is GQ's turn.
And then it'll be top of the queue, right?
Yes,
On the last. Okay.
as far as you know.
As far as I know, right. So, question: do we know what creatures these are?
They all seem to be humans, or at least half humans.
Okay.
The first
And-
two, we don't see the arrow ones.
Yeah, the arrow you don't see. There's 2 of them that you still don't see. There's 2. Let's see. Hold on. Let me make sure I get this right. Yeah, there's 2 that you don't see. There's the one that's prone in front of Doker.
Yeah.
There's another one that you don't see, and then there's this kind of more imposing figure who's in front of Bonnie.
Yep.
Am I within 30 feet
Oh
of
yeah.
any of these? Okay. Are any of them close enough to take cone damage? I mean, close enough together?
Road cone
Close enough
damage?
together. Potentially, because you guys were walking fairly close to each other. So the one in front of that just hit Brawny, and the one that's fallen in front of Doger, that's you could potentially line that up. But you're going to have to make some sort of check to not hit Doger as well.
Great.
Okay, so I won't go that route.
I know something about cone damage. I'm gonna
I can't guidance myself.
guide
unfortunately.
myself a bit.
Yeah. Or can I? So I'm going to cast mirror image,
Okay.
and
Why don't you
is
explain
there?
to us what that does?
I create 3 duplicates of myself.
Okay.
And every time I'm attacked, when I'm attacked, we roll a d20, and if it's 6 or higher, it hits a duplicate, and the duplicate is destroyed. Then when I have 2, if it's 8 or higher,
Got
the
it.
duplicate's destroyed. 1 is 11 or higher.
Okay.
And their AC equals 10 plus my dex modifier, so it would be 13
Okay.
to hit
All right.
them even. Okay.
Okay.
And then, and I get one more move, right? If I stood still, cast mirror image, and I can still move.
you can move. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a nearby cover?
Yeah. There's trees right behind you, and there's trees across the path. There's brush across the path, brush behind you.
I'd like to move away from most of the enemies, get into some cover within
Okay.
120, within 90 feet.
Okay, so you're just gonna drop back about 6 feet, and meld a little bit into the brush there.
So
Would
just
you call that half cover?
So do your mirror images move with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so,
I was gonna say,
standing there, you do your little thing. And you're like, kind of got some tap going.
Who am I now? Who am I
Yeah.
now?
Right,
Who am I
and
now?
it's like, whoosh, there's all of a sudden 3 images of you,
Yeah.
or there's
There's
2
4.
images and you,
There's a real me and 3.
yeah,
there's a real you and 3. All right, and they all kind of finish on this tap, do a little spin around, and then slowly walk back, and 4 of GQ walk back into the woods. All right, it is Doger's turn.
Yeah, I was gonna
Doger,
say,
you have
if only one duck
this-
behind, they'd be like, "That's the real Nova, right there."
Right, yeah.
Right.
it's right. It's,
And I failed to mention I moonwalk to my cover. Moonwalk.
It's like a damn Bruno Mars concert.
yeah,
Love it. So good.
Don't
All right,
believe it,
Doger,
just watch.
it is your turn.
Yeah.
You've got this dude in front of you.
Yeah.
You've got dudes shooting from. You got 3
Sure.
dudes shooting from the woods,
There's
and
a
you've
big
got
dude
this
out.
bigger dude
Yeah.
in front of Bronny.
Okay, so if I could, as a bonus action, I'd like to just put my foot on the throat of the guy that's prone in front of me and hold him there and say, "Stare down!" Right?
Okay,
And
so you're
then-
gonna do an intimidation check on
Yeah.
him.
Do
Okay, so why don't you give me an
intimidation.
intimidation check.
Nice pin move.
Okay,
All right,
GQ.
so
you
that
may
is-
know a lot about this, but you're not going to walk back out and touch him.
Yeah, I can't
the
touch
bushes,
him.
touching him back.
You-
Hey, I know a lot about putting foot on throats
But
of
the
guys.
owl, just
What?
so you guys know, I'm going to use this mechanic. The owl
What?
can do.
Okay, one GQ is actually touching. The other 4 is kind of out.
Are they doing
Moonwalking
like a
around the
chain
tree.
Are they
All right.
chain link fencing to get the touch?
There you go.
Bucket
All right.
brigade.
Okay, so
Hands across America.
You can equip your owl to do that, but you have to ready the owl and everything.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
All right. So go ahead, Doger.
21.
Okay. 21. Yeah. So he's got this scimitar in hand, the sword in hand, and and he just kind of lets it rest there. His hand's open, but the sword's kind of still on it. He's just kind of sitting there oh fuck. All right.
Okay. Then I would like to cast Eldritch Blast at the biggin.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll an attack check for me.
Yep. Let's see. That is a. Hold on. Is that a 9 or 11? I believe that is a 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As always, hand motion, mumble under your breath. This little pinkish ball just goes, and it misses him and goes sails in the woods.
Dang, that was pretty high roll
Right.
too, right?
Now,
No,
is,
11.
was
11.
11.
Was
11.
Doger-
Okay.
was Doger casting that in the direction? Is the biggin in between the archers? Does that miss have a chance to hit the archers?
So Doger's a little bit off to the side, so it's more kind of down the path and across. So it
Okay.
wouldn't have missed and hit anybody.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a good
It
question.
is Hopi Lope's turn.
Hope
Where
we do it.
Where am I? Am I in a tree at the moment?
You are in front of the tree, kind of
On the stump,
scrambling,
on the
I'm
trunk.
gonna do this, I'm gonna get up there, and it's not, and you got nailed in the hand.
Okay,
With
yeah.
an arrow.
How far am I from? Can I see an archer at this moment? I ran
Um,
towards the woods where they were, and I'm in a tree.
you're not in the tree.
I mean,
You're
I'm
at the
by
bottom.
a
So
tree. Yeah.
You would have to do. This would actually have to be an action to take a check.
Yeah.
Because there's brush between you and them.
All right. I rolled a 6.
Okay, yeah, you've got the general idea of where they're shooting from, but that's about it.
I would
Okay.
like to run towards them.
Okay.
And leap. Leap towards them, kind of coming down, just with my rapier.
Okay, you can run towards them,
can't do
but
an attack.
you can't do the attack. You,
Okay.
you can run in that direction. All right, so Doger's standing on one dude's neck. He shoots his thing off. It misses. The guy clearly seems to be kind of in charge. Hopi goes running further into the woods and is kind of hunched down, like he's about to just spring out. And you get what's your AC? An AC check for you?
Yeah, AC 17.
Uh,
I should
17.
yeah. So you get hit by another arrow. This one in the shoulder.
This ain't good, fellas.
Not good.
But you only get hit for 2 damage. All right, so it just kind of barely nicked you.
Our turtle's turned into a porcupine.
Yeah.
All right, and another arrow goes flying over your left shoulder, misses you.
Thank God.
All right.
So what is the mob count? Sorry,
5.
5?
5.
5
With one of
altogether.
them being large.
Yeah.
Or
With one of them being not necessarily larger,
Just
but just grizzled. His armor seems a little better. His attacks are quite a bit.
It's not like the guy who I'm standing on that doesn't even have his direct deposit set up. Like,
Right.
that guy
That's
just
hilarious.
started working.
Yeah, his health care hasn't kicked in. Like this is
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
shit, no, I don't even have
All right.
health care.
so
Can I get a fucking
that
parking pass
dude-
or what?
That dude kind of shakes himself a little bit and grabs his sword and tries to roll away. And does roll, but doesn't actually make it up. He just kind of slips. So he is no longer like in front of you, but you no longer have your foot on his neck, but he's still prone and he has a sword in his hand. Okay. Another arrow comes out of the woods to your left a little bit, so across and to the left. It goes flying over, kind of in the direction of GQ, who had walked into the woods, but GQ, it misses you by a mile.
all right.
All right, it is Hoot's turn.
All right. Hoot flies over to Hopi and helps him.
Okay, I think you have to take a turn passing that. Oh no, that's you're right. Never mind. So Hoot flies over to who? To Hopi.
Yeah, Hopi, and he just gets advantage on the next roll.
What is Hoot's speed?
He's flying, so it's
Movement.
60.
Okay. All right. So Hopi is in the process of like kind of pinning down. He's going to make a jump for it, and you see this owl just kind of like coming in behind you. It's going to land on you.
He also has a thing called flyby, so it doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay, good. That's good to know. All right. The bandit leader, or these are bandits, I guess. That's all.
Whoa,
Yeah,
hey!
So that leader
Yeah.
who took a pretty hard swing at Brawny is going to attack Brawny again.
Hmm.
Okay. If someone wanted to spend an inspiration point to get me to roll again, that would probably be a decent idea.
Brawny had one. Let's go ahead and consume
Okay,
him.
so go ahead and use his. Okay, all right. This leader rears back with his scimitar, and he is just about to clock him in the face. But there's a little bit of like a glitch in the matrix, and all of a sudden he's standing again, and he's kind of bewildered and like
What
swings
the-
and totally misses with his sword.
Amazing.
Okay, so it is GQ's turn.
All right. As my bonus action, I cast Hex on the leader,
Okay,
and I follow up with Eldritch Blast.
hold on. Do you need to do a check on the hex to land?
You know what? You're right. I think. Yeah.
I know a thing or two about fighting bandits.
It's a 10.
Okay. All right. So this kind of like ethereal net kind of comes out like it's going to settle on him, and he just kind of shrugs it off.
Damn it.
Ooh,
Okay.
Wrecked.
All right. All right. So still doing Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
That's a 23.
Okay.
Yes.
So you've got the mumble, you've got the hand movement, right? Little light up, and this like wispy flame thing comes out and just clocks him right in the center of his chest.
4. So I rolled a 9, and now I'm adding my charisma modifier on top of that. So it's a 13 total.
Okay.
13 stays over here.
That's a lot of damage.
Okay. All right. And it is Doger's turn.
Woohoo!
So you just saw this leader get clocked.
So I equip
He's
my
looking-
my
yes.
plus bandit slaying knife and
Sure. Yeah.
I love it.
All right. So let's see here. What do I do? I'm going to Eldritch Blast the dude that's prone in front of me, or kind of off to the side of me now. He's rolled away.
Okay. All right. Give me a check.
I get advantage on him because he's prone, right?
Yes, you do get an advantage on it.
Can you bonus move action and just like kind of shuffle dirt in his eyeballs because he's not prone in front of you? Just kick dirt in his face.
Kicking that would be an action.
Yeah. Well, 23.
Okay. All right. So you hands going and light mumble whatever. This comes out, clocks him, and he just kind of locks in place. Like he's just like sitting there, like what the fuck? You see his eyes just like darting, like left and right. All right.
Little tilt symbol comes up, starts flashing.
Amazing. Love it.
Okay. All right. It is Hopi's turn. Hopi, you have an owl that has swooped in and like just barely rests very quickly and like rubs its head on you, and you feel like help kind of
Just
coalesce inside
poops on you as it flies
Yeah,
over,
sorry.
but it's magic poop.
It's a tribe.
Okay, so you're running towards them. You now have a good look at them. These two guys, they're about 4 feet in front of you. There's a guy like about a foot to your right, a guy that's a foot to your left. They seem to be holding crossbows.
Okay. So here's what I would like to do.
They've been missing with crossbows this whole time.
Yeah, no shit. Let me know how many actions this is going to take to pull off.
Oh my god. Okay.
23
All right.
actions.
So I have 2 daggers. I would like to take them, and I have my pouches, right? Because I'm a rogue. I have positioned my 2 poison vials on each side. I'd like to go dunk, throw. Just.
So you're gonna have to. It's gonna take a whole round for
Right,
you
for the dunk?
to dunk.
Dunk.
Yeah, because like you've got like stoppers, and you're gonna have to be like, you know, whatever. So
I don't know
you
if I can wait.
you can
wait.
do that.
Trig, how about drinking some from that pot?
Is that a whole action or is that a bonus action?
It's one of 2.
Can I just go?
I thought a pot was like a bonus action. So could he do the
No,
pot
pot
drink?
is not a pot is not a bonus action.
Woo.
You
It's
couldn't
not.
attack on the same turn.
No.
You could get to cover. Could he do a stealth check? Could he
Well,
try to stealth?
I get an extra action, and that is to hide or disengage every time.
Okay.
I do that
So
during
you could. I'll let you dunk the daggers, or drink the pot.
Yeah.
Which is only half filled right
Yeah.
at this point. So okay.
Yeah, so I'm banking basically that they're gonna miss you 2 guys because I want to drink the pot and then hide.
Okay. All right. So your daggers are not poisoned, or they don't
Correct.
have the poison on them.
Yep.
You're going to drink that. Okay. So why don't you go ahead and add 3 to your AC?
Got it.
And it was 5 last time.
Well,
Right.
I fudged that a little bit. So it was actually
Oh.
you just felt it a little bit.
You know, you're
Got
1.5 shields.
3. Okay. So 3 to your AC. It is Bronny's turn.
And did he hide? Did he get
Yeah,
hit?
no,
Oh,
hide.
and he did successfully drop back a little bit. Well, let's see. Hold on. Yeah, you did. I mean, you're right in front of him, so I gave you a disadvantage for that, or an advantage for them to see you, but they did not. They're just like,
Good.
what the
And that's
fuck?
also defensive for you. Ryan helps you out when you go to attack.
Yeah.
All right. It is Bronny's turn, and he's gotten clocked pretty good. This last one just missed him, though. He's got the leader kind of in front of him.
I think you just gotta attack him,
Yeah,
right?
he's-
Yeah,
gonna
and
go-
he's a dual wielder, right?
He's a dual wielder. He's got his scimitars. So someone want to run that for me? He attacks the captain.
I think they're 1d8 plus 4s.
I think that's right. Okay, so someone roll on the first attack.
You got Micah?
Yeah, I just roll it. You said it's a +4,
Yeah, 1d8 plus 4.
so 13. Does he lose one because of Dex or is this Strength?
Yeah.
All right.
I think he's
To his movie deck.
12.
Okay, all right. So his first scimitar is a scimitar. Is that what he's got? I can't remember what he.
Yeah, he's got
Either
yeah,
that or
scimitar.
rapier. Yeah.
Scimitar and
Yeah,
rapier. Yeah.
Scimitar and rapier. Okay, so like he completely misses with the scimitar. He rears back, slashes in front of him. The bandit leader kind of ducks out of the way, and he comes back in with his rapier. Right, 'cause he's got both. He's dual wielding. All right, so give me another roll on that. Micah to hit
All right.
for the rapier.
Rapier's what, +4 too?
Yeah, same.
Oh shit, well, it's a 5. So.
Okay. All right. And so the rapier, he's going to kind of like, jump out and kind of thrust at him. And this leader dances out of that as well. All right. So these guys in front of Hopi are going to, they've lost sight of this turtle in the woods. This big ass turtle. They can't figure out where he is. But they're going to take a shot at Doger. So the first one takes a shot. An arrow comes flying out of the woods and misses you by about 3 feet.
Okay.
And the other one misses you by about 13 feet. So these guys are just not doing real great. So the guy on the ground in front of you that kind of got locked into place is still locked there. He's freaking out, right? You can kind of hear this like sound, and like his eyes are just like going nuts. All right, and another arrow comes flying out. God damn, and just completely misses.
We're getting
Dover
so
as
lucky.
well. You are getting so lucky. All right, it is Hoot's turn. Hoot's turn. Hoot has just helped Hopi, and is now kind of in the air above where Hopi was.
I don't know if his help would actually continue the next round.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think we should call that. We should probably call that a 1 round type of thing.
Yeah.
You're next.
Can I have Hoot help Hopi again without giving away his position?
That would probably not go all that well, right?
Okay.
Because they're just gonna be like, "Oh, that owl came down and landed like, oh, on the fucking turtle. Good." There
So
we
I'm
go.
gonna have send Hoot. Hoot, go help Brownie. And so he's gonna
Okay.
go.
So Hoot's gonna
Fly
go
over.
fly
To Brony.
over, and it's gonna land on Brony. Okay. All right. It is the leader's turn. What is he gonna do?
Shit, guys.
Okay. All right. So this leader is going to rear back with his sword and slash it at Brony. And God, what if I were doing like electronic rolls, I would assume that like something was wrong here. But these are actual dice in front of me. All right, so completely misses with that. He turns that miss into another attack. That one does hit Bronny for 4 damage. So someone keep track of that for me. And then pulls out his dagger, slashes with his dagger, and totally fumbles that and actually drops the dagger on
Whoa.
the ground. So there are like 3 daggers on the ground in front of him. And,
The sun was in my
he's
eyes.
through too, and now he's just got a scimitar. So.
It's amazing.
Sounded like he got the old touch of GQ. Let me show you how to use that dagger.
Yeah, that's right.
I know a little something about shooting daggers on the ground.
Juku
Okay.
curses him with his helping. He's like, let me tell you something about throwing daggers. Oh,
All right,
that's
GQ, you are in the woods
oh my gosh.
with your 3 compatriots.
Okay. Sending another with my mirror images still up in whatever cover I have now. If it's possible, I would like to shoot the leader with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay,
Sweet.
do a hit check for me.
It's an 11.
Okay, that is not going to do it. So 4 wispy, flamey things come out, and they all miss from the 4 different people. Right? They all just
Okay.
go flying.
I don't know what to do with my bonus action.
You don't have to take a bonus action.
But wouldn't you never mind. You can't like line your guys up in front of you, right? Like a shield.
No.
I mean, you line them up. Someone's just going to shoot an
So,
arrow and,
with-
it's gonna
with
go
my-
and then hit him in
Yeah.
the chest.
I can't cast another cantrip. That's only one spell per round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Turns over.
All right. It is Doger's turn.
All right. I'm going to Eldritch Blast the biggin.
Okay. Why don't you give me a check on that?
24.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you wave your hands. You do your hand thing. You do your talk thing, and you go Eldritch Blast, and nothing happens. Okay. It is Hopi's turn.
Was that?
Wait, nothing happened?
They're up to something. There's some.
Something's
It's like
going
the
on here.
whole polishing the wand thing all over again. It's like, I don't know, building up some charge. I don't know. Just
This is like,
let it happen.
Coming.
Let it happen.
All right.
It's cool. I mean, I love it.
Uh-huh.
So I have just got 20 AC. I would like to sneak attack one of the closer of the 2 crossbowmen.
Okay. All right. They're kind of both equidistant to you, but one is to the right, is a little closer. So you're going to go. You're going to attack with what?
Double dagger.
Okay. All right. So why don't you roll for the first dagger?
So I don't know how all these stats work. So I just want to call them out because I haven't used this yet. Sneak attack says 2d6.
Okay. So you're going to launch out, and if you hit him, you'll hit with your damage, and then you'll do another 2d6 of damage.
Got it. Okay, so my
Okay.
dagger is 1d4 plus 4.
Okay, but you gotta make sure you hit him first.
Yeah, here we go. Holy shit. my
Don't
mouse
miss.
crashed. I'm not going to miss. But it is technically the first roll because I have to relaunch this damn browser.
Does he get
Sounds
advantage
like
on
someone
them coming
needs-
out of stealth as well, or no?
No, I think he gets. Let's see here.
What'd you roll,
The
Sean?
fucking curse again.
No, that's the
negative.
stealth hit.
Thirty.
Like the extra damage there.
So I got
So-
a 3, so am I still stealth? Because obviously I didn't do shit.
Yeah, you kept tearing out, and
I was
you're
like,
like, dude,
Psych.
you got both daggers, and the first one just like, whoosh, and you do roll for the second one now.
Thank
So why
God.
don't you go ahead and roll for the second one?
17. All right.
All right. So that
is that
so
right?
the first one just like, right in front of him, and he just kind of like backs up, like, who's this motherfucker? And he's kind of like laughing to his friend, and then the other one just like kind of clocks him and just hits him right across the chest. All right. So give me a what do you say with 1d4? Is that your damage? 1d4 plus 1.
Yeah, my damage is 1d4 plus 4.
Okay. So give me that.
I rolled a 1, so 5.
All right.
And then 2d6 on
And
top?
then 2d6 for my sneak attack.
Okay, so give me a 2d6.
All right. First one is a 4. Second one is a 1.
Okay. This
Getting these
guy
ones today, fellas.
is bleeding a lot and is just not doing great. You kind of see him piss his pants a little bit, like there's just a little like water coming. Right. Okay. All right. So that was Hopi's turn. It's Bronny's turn.
Should we talk about pausing soon?
Oh yeah,
4 minutes to finish
yeah,
with Bronny-
it's a
Bronny's
hard
turn.
4.
All right. Let's get through Bronny's turn.
Okay. He's going to attack the boss in front of him.
Okay.
He rolls a 4, so that's a miss.
Okay. All right. So he's got 2 attacks, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
he
he's
gets attack again.
dual-wielding, so.
He rolls a 5.
Okay, all right. So he just kind of flails wildly, and nothing really happens.
He slips
all
and
right.
falls on the pile of daggers.
Okay,
in front of
so
the boss.
the dude who
Imagine if they're
Brian-
both throwing daggers at each other. It's just like a pile folded up between them.
Time lapse.
the dude in front of Ryan that he just clocked drops his crossbow and grabs his scimitar. What is your AC?
20.
Your AC is 20?
Well, he drank the
He
pot.
drank the pot. Remember?
Yeah,
Jesus.
17 plus my 3.
Yep. Okay. All right. And slashes, but he's like so hurt and everything. He just kind of fumbles. The other guy, the other guy drops his crossbow, pulls out his scimitar, and clocks you on the back of the neck, and does 2 damage.
Yes.
So you take 2 damage. It is the guy who is in front of Doger, who's just been freaking out on the ground. He is still freaking out and just laying there. All right, dude in the woods shoots at Doger and misses again. Arrow goes flying over his head. It's Hoot's turn.
Hoot flies over to Hopi and gives him a little brush of the wing on his ear.
All right, so Hopi gets a little brush of the wing on his ear. It's the dude in front of Bronny's turn. He's going to just try to finish Bronny off. So he attacks. What is? Do we know what Dan's AC is?
I don't know his AC. It's probably whatever Ryan's is.
23
right?
or 21. No, mine's higher because of my shell.
Oh.
Oh, wait, AC. Sorry. No,
yeah,
not
his
that high.
AC, like 13, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
13 or
okay.
14.
All right.
It's whatever
Yeah,
leather
so
armor is.
he clocks him one time with his scimitar, and hits him for.
I already have him down 11, so.
Okay. All right. He's got hit for 7.
He's probably on the ground, right? I mean,
he's not on the ground yet.
Yeah, he had 20 some hit points. So
Yeah.
he's
Okay.
at, what,
21 or
minus 18
22.
right now?
Yeah. Minus
So-
10, yeah.
He's still
Yeah.
got
Okay.
a little bit of life left in him.
Yeah, it's still got a little bit of life left in him. It is GQ's turn.
all right. And then
This will finish the round.
You
This will
want
be
to
the last
stop here?
Yeah, why don't you do your turn?
Do your
and
turn
do
and then
the
we'll
top.
stop it.
Yeah, because Mike is
I'm just going after the leader. Oh, my roll's blow. It's a 9. It's a 12.
That's a 12. Yeah, that's not going to do it.
You know you can roll a
the
D20,
Eldritch
right?
Blast.
Yeah, it was the Eldritch
It's
Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Okay. You have a bonus action, and because you're a dumbass, I'm going to let you recast your Hex,
Aww.
which is it not a cantrip?
No, it's a level 1 spell.
Oh, it's a level 1 spell? Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go ahead and pause there. You 4 balls of kind of wispy flame come shooting out of the woods.
That's like
They
third
all just miss, and then one hits a tree on the other side, and kind of like a little bit of char there and all that stuff. Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm going to let you guys know, since you're dumbasses,
Yay.
you have a wand that you're sure does something.
Oh,
This will be a great time to start doing that. So,
Right.
all right, we'll pause there.
The wand.
And I'm going to give myself a point of inspiration for that.
Absolutely.
And we'll go on from there.
Yes.
All right.
That was
Yeah, we
fun,
are
you
in
guys.
wide open spaces. We said wait till we're outside.
Yeah, right.
All right. Cool,
That was
guys.
good. Thanks, Sean.
Thanks,
Okay.
Joe.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, that was fun. All right.
Appreciate it.